I am really gonna work on my health this year. Sugar is my biggest challenge. Sugar. That's my biggest challenge, man. Sugar is my weakness. I love a good sweet cake. You know what I'm saying? Cookie, sweet potato pie, cheesecake, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? I try my damnedest to stop eating the shit, but it just, I can't, you know. I had 2 cookies today, and I shouldn't have had, you know. 2 chocolate chip cookies that I shouldn't have ate, but I ate them, you know. Man, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm really gonna get on my health in 2025, man. I'm over at a certain age now too. I think after a certain age, you should stop eating sugar because I think it deteriorates. Sugar, processed sugar, deteriorates your body so fast. And I realized that me eating so much of it, I realized that when I didn't eat sugar, I felt like I was looking younger and I felt more energetic. But when you be on that sugar, and it's like a drug too, because I feel myself craving that shit. These people know what they're doing, man. That's why they put sugar in everything, get you addicted to the shit. That when you eating all kind of cookies, cakes, pies, next thing you know, you're looking like a cookie, cake, or pie. I was at the bakery getting my 2 cookies, right? And this brother came walking in. This brother had to be at least about 500 pounds. No, I'm sorry. I'm exaggerating. He probably was about 450. And he waddled in there. I saw him walking. I said, "What the fuck is that?" Because I was looking at the glass case, and I saw something just moving, like a shadow moving back. I was like, "What the fuck is that moving back and forth like that?" Is that Grimace from fucking? That nigga was shaped like Grimace, nigga, and he walked like Grimace. And he came walking in there, and he was a younger cat too. He was a young kid. He had to be probably like in his late 30s, mid 30s. I was just thinking to myself, man, okay, I know my big ass didn't lose some weight, but this brother was big. He was like 2 of me. He's probably about 2 of me. He was about 2 of me. And he waddled in there. He was in line with me getting ready to get some cookies. And I'm thinking to myself, brother, me and you both don't need to be in here, but brother, you really don't need to be in here. You waddled in. Any place you need to waddle, you need to stop eating whatever you're getting ready to eat out that place, but you got to waddle into. He waddled. That shit, I was like, this nigga waddled in here.
It's the sheer athleticism of the guys that play it.
Right.
You watch NFL particularly, where they, because the play dies, you know, in the ball at the end of the down. Whereas in rugby, the ball's live. The ball's always live. You know, until there's a foul, the ball's live. So the players don't commit themselves in the same way because they're always looking to keep the play going.
Right,
in NFL, you know, you watch them.
They
be
trying to kill each other.
Yeah, they just.
How come? I was wondering, do you think they should have like the NFL? They should have the NFL like in the UK. What do you think about that?
So the Jaguars, Tony Khan, who owns Jacksonville Jaguars,
right.
He also owns Fulham Football Club.
Really?
He used to own Fulham Football Club. He does own Fulham Football Club now. He bought it. My friend was working. So they wanted to become a London team.
Right. Oh, really?
And a lot of people see that they've got a lot of London fans.
Right.
So potentially it's possible. When they come across and they play. Right. They play now. I think they play 3 games in London. They play games in Frankfurt. I think they play a game in Barcelona. And the whole team, and it's a real big thing. The only thing that you get is you don't get. So I've been to the games. You get everyone there who loves NFL. So you get people who are, you know, Dolphins fans, 49ers fans. They, you know, not so much the teams that come. Right. If you went to a game here, they'd all be, you know, they're all local fans supporting that team, and 90% of the audience will be home fans.
Right.
So you lose a little bit of that partisan atmosphere.
Yeah.
But you still get the kind of razzmatazz and the whole thing. So maybe.
I think that'd be dope if they had like a UK.
Yeah, they did have a European league for a while, I think, but it didn't really.
It didn't work out.
No, it didn't really take off so much. But no, I love it. So I'm hoping to. Because I saw one of the games is on now. Eagles were up against
Who they playing?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. There was like 2 or 3 TVs on in the bar. So.
Oh yeah, it's probably got a bunch of games today and Sunday.
Yeah, and then the Commanders are playing. It's their first playoff game since 20 odd years or something.
Oh yeah. I keep. Every time I hear the Commanders, I'm so used to the Redskins.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. I like the Redskins, and of course, you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to say that because that's right. I don't upset anyone.
But I just like, I don't know. I think everybody's a little too sensitive.
World, right?
Yeah, but which I understand. I mean, it is a group of people, I guess. You should have to, but still, it's like they wasn't mad about it before. I get. Well, maybe they. I don't know.
I think no, I agree with you. But they've changed. I'm like the Commanders. I didn't really.
Did they change the logo too? I've never seen the new logo.
I think they have.
They probably
it's in like a winged hat or something.
Oh really? Yeah. It used to be just like an Indian, really.
Yeah.
Then they took it off.
But then someone will say, "Oh well, the Commander, that's like, that's anti-British or the colonial era."
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, we all have history, right?
Right.
We didn't all just arrive here with no backstory.
Right. Everybody came from somewhere.
We all came from somewhere, and we recognise where we came from, and we want to celebrate bits of it. We want to forget other bits of it.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't keep apologising for the past.
Right. Yeah.
And it wasn't, something that happened 200 years ago, 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago. It wasn't me.
Right.
It wasn't me, and it wasn't my dad.
Was it? But,
do you know what I mean?
The whole thing about the Commanders was it actually Indian? Now, if it was Indian, people say, "Hey, could you guys change it?" Because it's a little bit, derogatory and racist.
Yeah, it's like
I can understand.
We used to call them Red Indians. Like growing up, we used to call them Red Indians.
Right.
Now it's Native American.
Right.
Or Indigenous people, or like in Australia, it's First Nation people, or wherever you go in the world, there's similar
it's something different
terminology that recognises their contribution, I guess.
But I wonder with the whole thing with the change of the name. I wonder, was it actually them, or was it some people thinking that I think that they're going to be upset? Maybe we should change. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask them if they're upset.
So we have a rugby team in the UK called Exeter Chiefs. And their fans all wear the big Indian headdress, and they make the tomahawk motion when they cheer. And it's a crowd. And I think that's what the Redskins used to do. Come out. I presume they still do it.
Right.
They still make the chant.
I don't know
whether you're going to say that's offensive and you can't do it. And of course, there are certain people that the more that you poke the bear, the more the bear roars, right?
Right.
So they start doing it more.
Right. I don't know. It's crazy.
But I just think again, everything's such big business now, and everything else that and I don't, I wouldn't deliberately cause offence to anyone. I just wouldn't do that.
Right.
If somehow I'm unwittingly causing offence, I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll change that.
Right.
If that upsets.
Yeah, I don't think they didn't. I mean, intentionally. They just, I don't know. I don't think they did.
No, I don't think so. I think they probably.
But if they came to, hey, could you change it? I would, if I was the owner, I would change it. Oh, yeah, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, change it to something else. But I don't know, something about the command. I feel like they could have found something a little bit more cooler.
Yeah, because they were the Washington football team for what, a year?
Okay.
2 years?
Yeah, before they got the name?
Yeah, they dropped the Redskins. They said, we're just going to call ourselves the Washington football team. Which I thought, that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
Every football team in the world, or any sports team, you want to, tribal's the right word. You want to have your own, create a little cohesion.
Right.
Us against them.
Right.
Us against, our arch rivals, or this or that.
Yeah.
And I used to play for a rugby team.
Really?
We were called University Vandals, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right? So Vandals is, a kind of Middle England, Middle Europe. The Vandals were German, like the Visigoths, rampage through Europe, raping and pillaging. That's heads off, and back in the day, in the Middle Ages.
Like when you were riding, they called those people Vandals.
Yeah, exactly. And now the modern terminology Vandals is slightly different.
Right.
But it's just to create a sense of belonging, a sense of family, a sense of teamwork, a tribal type thing. That's all it is.
Right.
So I kind of understand why, and then in fact, if you think about all the football teams in the UK, they have a tremendous heritage when it goes back to the First World War, because a lot of these teams, huge teams, they used to call them the PALS battalions. These teams, you know, whole villages of men went to fight in the First World War and got slaughtered. You know,
really?
Died, you know, they died. So it has a real big thing. They tried to create this new Super League recently. They wanted to get rid of some of the smaller football teams, and there was a massive backlash.
Really?
Huge. Because it means a lot to communities. It means a lot to those people, you know. And actually, the First World War is relatively, I mean, it's 100 and whatever it is, 6 years ago when it finished.
Oh wow!
It's still my great grandfather, if you know what I mean. There's still a connection. There's only one family connection away from being there. You know, people of my age would know people that, you know, our great grandfather or grandfathers fought in the
war.
So there's still a connection, and particularly in the north of England, huge connection in all these villages, towns and villages. You know.
So you grew up in what part of?
What part of England? I grew up in the part of England called Lagos, Nigeria.
Really? Oh, you? Wow. Oh, you was in Africa?
Yeah. Well, I was born in Scotland.
Okay.
My father worked in Nigeria, so I actually grew up in Nigeria.
Oh, really?
But I live in the south of England now, Surrey.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, which is near London, basically.
Oh, okay.
Have you been?
Never been. I always wanted to go though.
Oh, you should go.
Nice place. Yeah. I had a friend just got back from London.
Oh, you'd love it. You'd love it. It's a bit cold now.
It's got cold right now, huh?
Yeah, it's minus.
When's the best time to like?
May or June.
May is when you guys get warmer. Yeah,
springtime.
May.
Really green. Summer, July, August gets busy and a bit hotter, but you're only ever 2 days away from some rain. You know?
I know it always rains a lot. It seems like yeah. It probably rains like during the summertime.
It rains and then the sun comes out.
Yeah. I like that though. I like a change of weather. Like here, it's just always like this.
Yeah, we were just saying that. Yeah. But May and June are beautiful. It's always very green, very verdant, and the flowers are out, and it's my favourite time.
Right.
It's a very green country.
How you like LA? How long you been out here?
We just arrived today.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So I work for an airline, so I'm only here 2 days.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you fly?
Yeah. So we flew.
Are you a pilot?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Okay. All right.
So
that's a very, 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 very important skill.
Well, it is. It's a good job.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It served me well. But we didn't know what to expect. You know, obviously the news is all about the fires.
Oh, yeah.
And we're like, wow. I mean, obviously I know that it's been horrendous. Some people have lost everything.
Right. Yeah.
But we landed here and it's blue sky.
Yeah, because it's more over it's
quite
over the mountain.
North.
Yeah. That mountain over there is like on the other side of that mountain.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
valley. Yeah.
So we were trying to explain to someone because it's such a big area, the whole LA.
Right, it is. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, people. Yeah, my family called me from Florida. Oh my God, you okay? Like, no, it's not. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Yeah. Where do you live in? Do you live in?
I live in this area, and then like South LA.
Okay,
downtown. Right. So it's like we smelled some of the smoke the first day, but we're 20 miles from it.
I mean, I'm surprised that more people haven't been killed.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I mean, whether when they go through these houses they're going to find people. I mean, because for anyone in the middle of the night or whatever it was to have to get out with a fire, you know, I don't really have the concept. It's not wildfire's not a risk where we are.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't have the concept of these things. I mean, I've seen videos of it and I've seen movies and all that kind of stuff, and to see how quickly it
spreads.
Moved, yeah.
But the thing about it is that the fires, like the Pacific Palisades and Malibu, those particular cities are like nothing but like hills and green.
Yeah.
And like everything's upwards, and you're like houses on top of houses that is going up this hill, and everything's like full of green. And then we had a windstorm that came.
Yeah.
And then I guess somebody, well, they don't know where the fire came from, but I guess with the fire touching, striking somewhere, and then it blew.
So quick.
It blew just, it got bigger and bigger because of the wind, and it blew through just all that shrub and all this. Then it started just hitting the houses and taking out the houses, and from house to house as the wind was blowing, it was blowing the fire.
I've watched like.
Isn't that crazy?
Or something, how it jumps
from house to house. From branches it's blowing to blows to the next house, goes to the next house. It was only one guy who was able to save his house. He's like the only house standing now.
I know, it's weird. That some of them, I guess the fire moved really quickly and just somehow didn't catch.
Well, no, he had
he
had a pool.
Oh, okay.
And he had some type of where he put a hose into his pool,
right,
and turned his pool into like a
reservoir.
Yeah, like a water hose. He just sprayed his house down, and the fire didn't catch. Yeah, he sprayed his house and around it, and so it showed his house is the only one standing.
Wow.
Everything's burnt around him. I'm like, oh, that's damn.
mean, and those,
he has no neighbors no more.
The firefighters that go and even the guys that the crews that fly those airplanes, and they're thinking, wow, yeah, I've got a lot of respect.
Right, because he said, you know, they can't help everybody, so
no.
He said, I knew it was gonna come in handy, and it definitely did. He saved his house.
Wow.
I think he was able to save his neighbors on both sides of his house.
Really?
I think he did. If I ain't mistaken.
How weird must it be to, you know, you're there sat drinking tea on your porch, or whatever, and neighbours are turning up with having lost
I know
everything.
Right. You gotta walk out and see just.
Yeah, you're like, don't make eye contact.
I know, right? Yeah. Right. You gotta walk out and see all your whole neighborhood is just gone. Yeah. You can see straight across.
And I guess, I mean,
the field.
They'll rebuild, will they? I guess people will.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a.
Well, they said Biden said he's paying for everything. That's what I don't know whether that was true or not.
Sorry,
Biden said he's going to pay for.
Oh, yeah, so he'd allocated a load of money, and then I saw Trump had weighed in on something
Trump's like, no, it's not going to happen.
So
Trump.
We'll see what.
How can he? Well, he better get it done because Trump take office on the 20th.
That's not long, is it?
Yeah, it's like right in the 2 weeks or 1 more week.
Yeah.
It's
a week, isn't it?
Yeah, was it? Yeah, the
12th.
Yeah, less than a week. A week. Yeah. So whatever he's going to do, I guess he needs to do it now, because Trump may not.
Well, I mean, I always think Trump, what he says and what he does are two very different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this time he's going to be different.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. We've only got a week to wait.
Right. We'll see what. I don't know. This year's starting off kind of crazy already.
Oh, yeah.
In America, we had 2 mass shootings. 2, I guess you call them like mass attacks.
Right.
On New Year's Day. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Oh, there was one in New Orleans.
New Orleans,
yeah,
I've been there,
Bourbon
20 people.
Street.
Yeah.
I've been there, Bourbon Street. And the thing is, if you've been in Bourbon Street, you know that you're not sober, and you're certainly not sober at 3 a.m.
Right.
Whereas I think I might be quite agile to avoid a car. And I saw a video of that car.
He was flying.
And then, horrendous.
Yeah. He waited perfectly until he knew people would be like fucked up. Yeah.
Just terrific.
I didn't know he got in the car and started shooting at people.
Yeah, I didn't. I know he started shooting.
Before the cops took him down. Yeah.
And then
because there was a guy saying he was running, he just felt something sharp in his back. Then I found out he got shot.
I
his friend, yeah.
I just don't understand that.
Then the guy in Vegas.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. But he was on. Yeah, Cybertruck. Yeah, he was trying to make a statement with his suicide bombing. And the cool part about it, I guess he thought he was going to take out a bunch of people, but he didn't.
Yeah,
he was the only one. He was the only one did.